What's up, people? How we doing? Oh, I hope you're all good in the hood. What is up? How we doing? So everyone had a good week so far on Wednesday already. How time flies, eh? How time flies. So this week we've been relatively slow in terms of entries. We haven't had a huge amount of entries. But that's fine. We are in an EU right now. Where we at? Let me just check something quick. Oh, it's not going to do it until... Holy. What's the time now? 12. Do 1 p.m. Do that. Oi, oi! Christopher Plumbus in the place. What's happening, brother? How we doing, man? Hopefully you're well. So, for everyone that is watching this right now, the viewer count on my streaming software doesn't work. So, I don't know how many people are watching at any one time. Not that it really matters, but just so you know. So currently we're rocking this little entry here on Euro, but until it gets to this high, we're just going to hold this position. If it gets to the high here, well, not the high, sorry, but the area that we have marked, then we're going to go break even. We're going to go break even on it. We're just letting it rock. We don't really care what's happening with it. Orion told us it was an entry. We took the entry. Exactly the same as we do with the other setups. We took an L yesterday here, break even here. We took a loss this morning on this setup, which honestly is a bit of a shame, but it only would have been a BE anyway. I think that was the only... So far this week, we've just taken 2 losses and a BE. So if we take another loss in this setup, so be it. So be it. Using a 0.25% risk profile, that's 0.25% per trade, that gives you 0.75% loss, right? Which is a 1 to 3. So 1 to 3 trade alleviates all of that. So you just maintain your trajectory, you follow the setups, regardless of how you feel about this. If when people say, oh, that's going to go down, or that's going to do this, that's cool, because that's their trading opinion, that's their system, and we don't use their system, and we definitely don't trade off their opinion. And people will, for example, take that entry right there and say, this is going to go down, you're going to lose. And then if it goes down, it becomes a loss in our statistics. They'll take that and go, oh, I was right, plus 1 for me being the best person in the world. Really? Like, don't let people with an egotistical nature like that dictate to you whether you follow a rule set or not. The data dictates to you whether you follow rule sets. Remember, opinions serve no purpose in the market, because an opinion is something based around how someone feels about something. And the only thing that feelings do is get you hurt. And the same thing it's going to do in the market. It's going to do exactly the same thing. It's going to get you hurt if you let your feelings dictate your actions. Cheeky breaky. Yeah, see, Alex, you're in here watching, but it says I got 0 viewers. That's how I know the view count is broke. Cheeky breaky. Pi, giving us a ping again. What's it pinging for? Oh, high line crossed. What is that? An entry? What's going on, brother? Hope you're good, my dude. What's going at it? What can I say? Pi on the chart? Yeah, that's from where you had me looking at it the other day, so it's just on my watch list. Throw it on yours. Yeah, it's Bitmart Pi network to the USD Tether. To be honest, I might get rid of it because it serves no purpose for me. Honestly, the only reason it's there is because you wanted me to look at it. So remember, guys, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hit the follow button. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. So again, this is the entry we're going for. Orion pinged it for us. We got in when it pulled back down into the lows. 0.25% risk on this bad boy. If price action takes us out, it takes us out. At the end of the day, whatever makes you money, pay the bills. Yesterday, someone with the ego says you're wrong. That you know what I said. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I'm not saying necessarily someone with an ego said I was wrong, but I'm just using it as an example. People will do it. I know what the trading industry is like. You know, no one's told me that I'm wrong, because unless they test my system, you know, they have no way to be able to criticize what I do. But just using it as an example. Yeah. So we have a couple of versions of Orion running. This is I dare you get out of the market with money, buy your mum a gift with the profit, and then doing it again. Then again, this industry sucks. Yeah, well, that's the thing, bro. So many people can't can't separate that egotistical sort of side of things. But you know, that's why we like to bring a nice sort of refreshing look at it. And like, I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you that, oh look, this person got it wrong and I told you I was going to go. Like that's some clownery right there. That's some clownery. So right here, so I actually need to set. I can't remember what Orion it is. Version 1000. Have you noticed that we're on version 1000 now? Um, I'm gonna set this as the alert. Cool. And we'll see if it gives us clear on here. Yeah, exactly. People argue about who's better rather than just focusing on what works. Unfortunately, that is the caveman mentality of a lot of people. Trying to prove who's the dominant person, right? Well, at the end of the day, we're all here to make money. How much money you make is down to you. How you tend to go around it, it's completely up to you. But don't go around tarnishing other people's names. Like, that's just not, And again, I'm not saying it. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. I'm just saying, like, that's just not a morally correct way to deal with anything, is it? Okay. So, a couple of no entries here on UJ. I believe we had a failed setup here this morning. Was it here? I think it might have been. 3 a.m. though, it's not really ideal volume time. Yeah, right there. Orion entry to sell. Like so. That would have been a down to 8R. I need a haircut. I know that much. Hair's getting long. Getting along. So we do have news coming up. We have news coming up in 33 minutes to be precise. So we had last, I think it was yesterday. Let me double check. 1 second. I'm ashamed to call myself a trader. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, bro. I personally would never say I'm ashamed of it, because I'd like to think the approach that we take here at PSS and the approach that you guys follow is breaking out of that mold of that trader kind of, apart from following data, like, it doesn't matter what happens. So what we take 5 losses in a day? So what we take 5 losses in a week? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You use the right risk tolerance and you trade the setups you should, you'll make that back with one good trade. Where is it? Is it on here? Yes, here. So we get like a weekly update from YouTube, and it shows you. It says like, here's your your weekly recap. And last week, you can see here we have 60. Well, obviously it's reversed. 68 likes, 2 shares, and 5 comments. So every share, every like, every comment, we can see it, and we really do appreciate the love. So if you do share it and all of that good stuff, I really do appreciate it. We recorded another Trading 4 episode earlier, so that will be up and running soon. We also have a that's it here. here on. So if you are on TikTok, make sure you drop us a follow. We're at 1,600 followers right now. We can see we've uploaded a couple of videos. This one right here, that's a new one. So make sure you go over and hit a little like on that. Appreciate it. If you're not on TikTok, that's all good. All the followers help though. We do appreciate it massively. I feel like TikTok is like a good platform, but you have to really get into it. Like once you get into it, it's sweet. But getting into it is tricky. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, oh, la 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 la. Let's see. I'm pretty sure our new short just went live, I think. Let's see. Oh, the office internet is not a fan. Damn, it's not a fan. Check in. Okay, yeah, cool. So that is launching very soon. What it is it's snippets from our last what's it called? For our last long form video. So our latest one, we have a huge one like on that one. One like and one dislike, believe it or not. One dislike, someone said, fuck this guy, I hate him, and disliked it. So I don't blame him. I just lost all audio for some reason. Where has that gone? Why has the audio stopped? Okay. Weird. So if this alert goes off, we move our position to break even. TP for this is here, so 1 to 8.4. Oh, yes. Oh, alright. Wait for the alert. Wait for the alert. Let's go back to GU. Oh, we've closed up the gap a lot there. Gold as well. Nothing on that. That's 100. We're not bothered. No. Yeah, we got taken out of that one. Same here. This is only a 1 to 1.4. So we're not interested in taking a 1 to 1.4, but we document them anyway because we showcase the entries Orion has given. And then we tell you why we have taken them or not taken them. This is bullish, I believe. And there should be an entry here after this. Well, it should be there already, right? Yeah, that's a bug. Oh, no, it's not a bug. It's not a bug. Phone call. 1 second. Right, if you're in the EU long, get ready to go BE because we are pretty close right now. I'm just going to go ahead and start moving. Get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. There's the alert. Stops to BE. Here we go. I've got a nice little chicken curry for lunch. Delicious. With naan bread already packed in on there. To be honest, it's probably going to be soggy naan bread now, but fuck it. Who cares? Who cares, right? So we're going to be going live again on TikTok soon. We did get banned on TikTok before. You know the messed up thing, right? This is really fucking messed up. And whether it's technically, you know what, it's 100% appropriate because it's something that needs to be spoke about. So every so often I'll go onto TikTok and just scroll through live streams just to see what people are doing. You know, just to see what people are live streaming. What's the kind of view count? How are they presenting it? What are they doing? You know, so I have a better idea of what works on the platform. I was scrolling through not last night, night before, probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. And all of a sudden I came through to a live stream and there was like 3 children. They were young. They were younger than my eldest son and he's 12. I could tell because they were just small kids. And they had about 50 people in their live stream. And I sat there and I saw the stream and I was like, I sort of frowned to myself like I am now. And I was like, why? What are these kids doing to have like 50 viewers? And it was kind of disturbing because I stayed there for like 30 seconds to a minute to see what people were saying in the chat. And they were all like asking how old these kids were, asking like what their names were, telling them they were pretty and all stuff like this. And I'm like, this is disturbing, mate. These kids, one, should not even be on live stream to anyone, let alone to random people. And then it's like 12 o'clock at night, and then 90% of these people in the chat are, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to say any words on here, so I don't want to get, demonetized or whatever on here. But they're definitely, they're not, they know what they're doing. They're talking to children. They know they're talking to children. And that was just, to me, that was mad to think 60 people in that live stream. When have we ever had 60 people in a live stream on here on YouTube? Never. But the thing is, once I stayed there for like 30 seconds and read the chat, it then started promoting those live streams to me. So it was like every other live stream was like fucking children. And I was like, this ain't normal, mate. This ain't normal. And I even messaged my friend, and he was like, yeah, he said, I've had the same thing. He went, I've looked on there and I've been like, why is there 100 people in this stream? And he was like, there's just like young girls or young kids. And there's people talking to them, asking how old they are, what do they do, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, they don't do anything, they're children. But the parents, what are the parents doing to allow that to happen? I find it very disturbing, personally. I just think that's a really weird. And then I get banned because I don't even know. We don't even give a reason why I get banned. But they can't manage to police literal children on their platform, which to me is a very, very strange thing. Well, mate, let me have a look now. Let me have a look. I'll go onto the live stream because it generally doesn't take long for a live stream to pop up. Wait for a live stream. Here we go, the live stream. Now scroll through. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Okay, doesn't seem to be showcasing any right now, which is good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now TikTok seems to have frozen. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is some. Oh, that's a black screen. This is a fucked up stream where if you send a gift, it flings a fish into the river. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Okay, so not seeing any now, which is good. That's great. I'm glad that it's not. Okay, that's awesome. Let me just confirm. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. That's good. Honestly, I was deeply disturbed. I even messaged my friend and was like, this ain't normal, mate. No, that's good. Cool. Well, I'm glad it's not repeating itself. Okay, so we're just letting this run. TP's here. Set your TPs. And get on with your day. That's the main thing. Using the principle of money in as an area. Yeah. If you see a 15-minute shift in here, there is a chance that it could deliver a bullish move to the upside like this, right? So like this. Be aware news is coming relatively soon, so I would just go for a protected position over entering a new exposed position. Exposed? Entering a new exposed position. Yeah, I think as well, Alex, going what you were saying there about the girl that went, and she got a temp ban. I think they heavily monitor some people and then others just completely slip under the radar. Because I got banned on TikTok for fraud, or it was like fraud or something else, and I was like, firstly, I don't ever show any numerical figures, so I don't know how you've calculated it's fraud. I think it was fraud or scam. And again, I actively tell you, I'm probably the only person on TikTok that tells you don't have to buy anything to learn the system. So I don't know. I mean, whether a load of traders saw me on there and said, oh, we don't want this guy jumping in on TikTok as well, so ban him, because it wouldn't surprise me if that's like common practice to spam ban your competitors. Do you know what I mean? But again, that's more of like a far-fetched. I don't believe that's why, but let's see. But I think if we go live again and we get another ban, I think we end up getting a strike against our account, which at that point is just fucking bullshit ready, innit? Let's be honest. 15 minutes until news, guys. So we made the executive call yesterday, me and my co-owner, that we are creating could also be if anyone in the stream reports the user. Yeah, true. We made the executive decision that we are going to make Orion a purchasable indicator when it is finished. We're going to make it a purchasable indicator on TradingView, and then we're going to have the automated side of it attached to MetaTrader. Thanks for the like, whoever that was. I just see a little like pop up. I appreciate it. Much love. Much love. What's going on, Chetley? What's up, brother? So what we're going to be looking to do is we're going to look to get a new gap here to go long. But the problem we have is, thanks for the lights, guys. I appreciate it. The problem we have here is, well, we just closed the gap, so that won't work anyway. But we're looking for price action to deliver something before news, right? Now, if you're wondering why it says 226, 228, that's all to do with referencing the daily bias. So it's something that honestly is going to change. It's going to be like this. But at the moment, Orion's in a relatively fragile state. So yes, we have right here. You know what we'll do? We'll put this over here, and then we'll Where is it? Oh, big shout out to Greg as well. Joined the membership program yesterday, or not yesterday, day before. leaving 2 available spaces for this term's mentorship. There we go. Let me just tweak this down a little bit. Whoop. There we go. Let's make it a little bit. Let's make it smaller, shall we? If I put it here, and then I'll move the FX replay to here. Cool. Looks awesome. Right, so guys, if you are in the live stream right now, make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate it. Big old push back down to the downside here on EU, which is fine. We're BE on this trade. We're following a rule set. We're not following what we want to see happen. Yes, we'd love for it to go to TP. That would be awesome. But we have news coming, so we have to be protected. You can see the news down here. We have... Right here, we have the... housing, what is it? Housing starts and building permits. 9 minutes. Not massive movers, but big enough to see an effect in the market. So we'll put our alert here. If that pings, then we know that we're out. We're out of BE if that pings. Remember, you have to disconnect. You have to disconnect yourself. Disconnect yourself from the what ifs and put yourselves in the place of the certainties. And the certainties are things proven in data, not what you want to happen on a given day. So Euro as well, if we go back to here, we go to the 4 hour. You'll see that this is actually coming down into the lower end of a relatively big push, and it's where we're looking for price to go long from now. This is on a 4 hour chart. You can see we took out this low right here. So we're looking for that move back up to the high. Yeah. And if we don't get a move here and price decides to push down, we'll look towards here to go long. If the bias changes, then we'll look to sell from the highs. Remember, it's always about what do we want to see. And what we want to see is price action delivering our rule set. Now, again, it looks pretty scrappy, right? Don't worry about how wacky it looks. Don't worry about it. Just worry about if it gets taken out BE or not. If it does, so what? I can't remember if it was... What one was it? Let me turn Orion off here for a second. That's 100. That's the money in area. Okay, nothing happened there. Notice something. Notice something. The money in areas on the 4 hour time frame. Look at the way price reacts away from there. Price reacts away from here. Price reacts away from here. Price reacts away from here. Price might react away from there, has reacted from here. Price hasn't interacted with either of those points. Here it didn't, but we're bullish, so we're not expecting that. Sold away from here. Again, we're bullish, so it's not a big deal. That looks like it's coming down right now. Yeah, I think that's going to take us. I think that's going to take us. That's fine if it does. It does. Remember, we got news coming in 5 minutes. So if it's going to come back down this close to our entry, not ideal to be holding through news anyway. What's going on, brother? Hope you're good, my dude. Four minutes 50 until news. Honestly, I might go heat up my lunch in a second. I'm going to wait till news. I'll wait till news. That's what I'll do. So let's see. I think we're going to get BE'd on Euro. Honestly, that's just what I think. That's 100. This isn't a trade we're taking. I'm just showing you as a principle. Again, why is that? Why are we not taking a trade right now on NASDAQ? I did explain it when I showcased the entry itself. I'm always happy to leave an entry on the screen. If it works, great. If it doesn't, so what? Why aren't we taking that? Or why wouldn't we take that? Well, I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue, right? There's a couple of things on the screen right now. One of them is red. That is the reason why. But for NASDAQ, what's going on, FX? Hope you're good, brother. Where are we? Here, yeah. So, for NASDAQ, we're looking for longs. We would see this high volume low right here, marked in gold, gold dotted. Bullish from there to take us up into the highs. If price doesn't ping bullish from here. Now, of course, we do have news. So we're waiting for news to pass before we get involved with anything. I wanted to trade that. Yeah, we always want to trade them, right? But we've got to be realistic. We don't want to trade into news. That's stupid. So high volume low. The low that's placed underneath the money in. And if we do pull back further and we decide to drop down into these lows, that's where we'll look to trade from in the end. We've got news coming, so we're not too worried about that. Honestly, disgusting wick out this morning. Disgusting wick out. So, Euro skimmed us. Without news, you'd probably be in that. Yeah, well, you know. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes news stops you getting into shitty positions. Let's see. Gold? Yeah, gold. We're just waiting for... I mean, we called at the beginning of the week. Here, 16th. Gold on here. We was like, once again, we're bullish. Institutional movements are taking price higher, right? We want to see more upside. New all-time high. Boom. New all-time high. So, again, that's a real good example of the don't shift against what's happening currently. On gold, we're looking for... We were looking for the lows to be round and price to come up, but now we've got a new low. And we're just looking for new expansions up again. You think of the amount of people that are getting absolutely fucking wrecked by trying to sell gold. The amount of people's opinions on TradingView that are... Gold has to go down. Like, that's... So dumb. 7 o'clock tonight, guys, we have the FOMC minutes. Be aware of that. Be aware of that. 58 seconds. Let's go over to Euro. It's the only position we're currently holding. Once news is hit, guys, I'm going to go and heat my lunch up. I'm pretty hungry, to be honest. I have a beautiful homemade curry that my lovely partner cooked last night. We actually gave some to my son. He loved it. Little curry kid. And then his hands stunk of curry all night afterwards, even though he had a bath. Okay, 10 seconds. Hold on to your hats and squeeze your lemons. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. And 1. We're in. News is in. What have we got then? Apparently a bearish Orion entry on Bitcoin. My FX books has shit its pants and doesn't want to work now. Not sure what's going on right now. Okay, I'm just going to close it down and reboot it. Okay. My FX books is failing to load for some reason. Not really sure what's going on with that. Right, so don't know. That's an interesting one. If I go to spreads, sentiment. Okay, the chart is still moving. Market sentiment is still playing out. Economic calendar, you're gonna load? No. Okay, can anyone give me some figures on the news events? Let's just get rid of that. Nothing happening in your end too? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Okay, right, it's working now. Okay, here we go. Here. FOMC, building permits. So it came out better than expected. And then we have worse than expected for the housing start. So again, they're only minor shifters. They're not big ones, but they're still worth knowing. Then FOMC minutes this afternoon. Apart from that, nada. Okay, so we are protected on this still. We narrowly avoided being taken out of BE. Let's see what the rest of the day brings and if we can get a nice push to the upside here. Gold, we're still expecting this to continue higher, but we would like it to run a low for us to be able to correlate that. Let's have a look here. We've got Bitcoin and XRP. Bearish entry on XRP. Are we actually bearish on this then? Yes. Again, don't worry about what Orion looks like too much in terms of I mean, that's a pretty decent entry right there. Straight to TP. That's clean. That is clean. Nice little 1 to 5 XRP. So now we're technically bearish, so we're looking for a sell from here. Again, this is XRP, so your spread on a standard broker is going to be fucking dog. It's going to be dog, right? So I wouldn't recommend actively trading this, but using the principles and the rule set to track movements in the market works really nicely. This was the first confirmed entry that Orion gave. So Nasdaq came down pretty heavy after that news event. But that's fine. We're looking for an actual run of the low anyway. Right. I'm going to go heat my lunch up. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Well, 2 minutes probably. I always manage to smack my knee off of my desk and getting up and down. We have the curry. So I will intermittently mute my mic so you guys don't have to listen to me chewing on rice. I think we'll just stay on Euro for now because really this is the only trade that we're running. If anything else pops up, we should be alerted to it. So guys, ask questions, so on. I'm just going to mute while I eat. And I'll unmute if anyone asks any questions. May have just burnt my mouth to the point where I'm not going to be able to taste the rest of my meal. I'm so good at doing that. I'm going to place that down for a minute or two so we don't reoccur scalding heat. So let's see a nice big push here on Euro. Hold on, if I get the pump out, we can pump it. Okay, that didn't work. It needs more pressure. It needs everyone to pump it at the same time. So I just got a message from my friend. His number plates, right? I can't remember exactly what they say, but it says his name, so it's like S4M, and then something else on the end. And he's got them spaced slightly differently to how they should be. And he just messaged me telling me he's been pulled over and cautioned, cautioned and reported for his plates. Sucker. Well, there you go. Nice to see the police stopping real criminals. It's always good to see. So I tell you, one of my favourite meals is a good chicken curry. One of my favourite meals. The other favourite meal of mine being pizza. Right, so guys, if you had to pick one food item, okay, one food item that you have to eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner for the rest of your life, what would it be? And like, it can have variations, but it has to be the same food type. So for example, if you've done pizza, you could have like different things on the pizza. But what are you guys saying? What would it be? I'm interested to know. Oh, I nearly just tipped that all over myself. Oh, and you can't just say pasta and then have different variations of pasta. The reason I say that is because you can literally make a million different pasta dishes. But what would you have? Fish? But what would you have though? Like risotto, maybe? Like fish risotto of some sort? Or just fish. You just have a fish. Just one fully scaled, still flapping fish. One Nemo. One Nemo per meal. Spaghetti. Okay. You have to eat spaghetti every single day. I'd have to say pizza. I'd have to say pizza. I'd have a breakfast pizza, lunch pizza, dinner pizza. Well, obviously, because I have to eat it for every meal, but all right, fair enough. Don't really care what fish it is. That's fair enough. I'm quite like fond of fish, but I don't really think I've tried that many variations, you know? Like I've tried calamari once and it just tastes like I was eating a rubber band. But then I've been told how it's cooked and where you get it from is which is the same with everything really, but I don't want to eat anything that's like has a rubbery substance to it. Ooh. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, I actually cleared off the Orion alert system here. Yeah, look. I've only got entry levels and then Orion on a couple of different pairs. I'm actually going to delete this. Delete this. Delete this. And we're going to put create an alert on this list. Liquid only. Condition. Orion development 1000. Yes. Now we should be alerted to any alert that's given. I don't know why the daily bias is changing on this. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. Doesn't really matter too much though. Tell you what I will do is I will just. There we go. Because one of the things with Orion as well is if the bias is incorrect, then it doesn't give you the correct entries. So in theory, if it was truly reading bias bearish, it wouldn't be showing bullish setups. It would be showing bearish setups. So we know it's just a display issue rather than like an actual tracking issue. What am I doing? I'm lost at my own desk. Afternoon, Andre. Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good. Good stuff. I just asked the question before you arrived. If you had to pick one type of food to eat for every single meal, what would it be? I think it's quite a hard question, to be honest. So this live stream is going to be running until 2 p.m. To be fair, that is... I'll give you that. That is like my second choice. And the reason I say that is because I went for pizza. And obviously you could put meat on a pizza. Like a Wagyu pizza. That shit would be unreal. Obviously that's like kind of illegal. You shouldn't really put Wagyu on a pizza, but if you were only eating pizza, then you could do that. Good choice though. Love that. You'd have high amounts of iron running through your blood. You'd be like Iron Man. So another 10 minutes, guys, of this live stream. Then we're going to be wrapping things up, heading over to the Discord. Remember, if you are in EU, you need to make sure you protect that position. You moving to Discord? Yes, we will be. We will be, yep. Discord is the place to be. Steak for me also. So you can tell you guys have great taste. And you know you would have the most expensive shit ever as well. Has to be. If it's going to be the only meal you're eating. I wonder how much that would actually cost to just eat steak every day. I'd imagine it'd be relatively expensive. And I know my body would constantly crave other things as well. So AU, we're just chilling here at the moment. Nothing really going on. We had this entry yesterday. And then we had this huge spike. I'm assuming it was news. Yesterday evening. Let me have a look. There was no scheduled events yesterday? What the fuck was that then? 3:30 a.m. on the 30th. On the 3:30 a.m. on the 30th. On the 18th. Okay, let me see. You go to financial juice. God, the internet is so painfully slow. And yes, believe me guys, I have looked into getting it higher rate, you know, better internet. But the infrastructure around here, where it's a relatively old sort of neighborhood, they don't have fiber optic infrastructure in place. Aussie interest rates decision. Yes. 25 basis points cuts in April and May. It reached TP though. Even though you wouldn't have taken the entry because of the news, but look at that. That reaches TP. No problemo. Clean. So remember, we're looking for a sell-off here on UJ. We're looking for a continued expansive moves to the upside on EU. We're looking for a gap to open up here on GU. Gold, we haven't run any lows yet, but we are looking for one. And that's 100. We're also looking for lows to be ran here. We haven't had that either. So we're still looking for the counter moves currently on a lot of the pairs, and we're looking for the expansive moves on others. So make sure that you keep your charts up to date. Absolute joke of the century. That was my pal's response to being pulled over and cautioned and reported for his plates. My mate's moaning at me because he got pulled and reported, and I said, "Are they spaced illegally?" He went, "Yeah." I just said, "You're a fucking criminal, mate. Do the crime, do the time." Funny shit. Funny shit. Okay, right. 1 minute until we're going to wrap this live stream right up into a little kebab and send it off to the nearest person. So remember what we're looking for, guys. We're looking for the highs to be reached on EU. We're looking for highs to be reached on GU. We're looking for pullbacks on gold. We're looking for pullbacks on that's 100. We're looking for expansions on USHEF. We're looking for expansions on UJ. We're also looking for an area to be created on GJ. And we're looking for expansions on AU. No, pullbacks on AU. So remember, guys, you want to learn the Orion trading system, you can do so. All of the things that you need to learn them are here on YouTube, as well as in our Discord. Reach out to me, join the VIP sessions, do whatever it is that you want to do. I offer free calls for anyone that's looking to join the mentoring service. We recently we recently took on 2 new students. We have 2 available spaces left. Those seats will be filled relatively quickly, I'd imagine, and if you guys want them, then you have to contact me to be able to get those positions. But I appreciate every single one of you for joining me on this live stream, and I will see you all in the Discord. If you have a VIP membership, then make sure you join the VIP channel. If you don't, of course, I will see you in the live stream that we host on Monday for free. Or I'll see you in tomorrow's live stream here on YouTube. Peace and love, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. Stay blessed, follow your rules, and always follow Orion. A peace and love. Peace and love. I appreciate every single one of you for the likes, the shares, the comments, all the good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you all very soon. Ciao, ciao for now.